The college football playoffs' first two-loss participant. Mark Rogers TV with instant analysis of Wisconsin and Northwestern. I know it's midnight. I know it's not instant, but I've been saving these notes for quite some time throughout the day watching other games, including, of course, check out Ohio State, Nebraska, and Alabama and LSU. All right. Also, Wake Forest and Virginia. So this Wisconsin defense continues to impress. There are more talented defenses out there, Alabama and LSU, Ohio State, Michigan. They are all more talented, will move more players to the NFL draft. They're faster if they all ran 40 times down the field. But this Wisconsin defense is so fundamentally sound, so good. They've lost two key players at linebacker, and they've replaced them. It's amazing what they've done defensively. Considering Northwestern, we don't think about Northwestern as an offensive juggernaut, and they performed extremely poor in the first couple of games of the season. But this Northwestern offense has been, should I say, prolific recently. Clayton Thorson came into the game third in the Big Ten in passing yards and in touchdowns. Justin Jackson, one of the best in the business at running back. Austin Carr led the Big Ten in receiving. This offense has been explosive in recent weeks. It did next to nothing in this game. There was one drive that was capped off by the Wildcats to make it 10-7 at the time. And there was a second drive that could have given the Wildcats the lead. So 4th and 1, Thorson play action pass converted, and then threw a beautiful slant pass to Austin Carr with 40 seconds left in the second quarter in the half to make it a 10-7 game at the half. And even though Wisconsin dominated the first half statistically and just physically manhandled Northwestern, the Wildcats did well with a pretty good defense of themselves. Think back to last week in holding Ohio State to like 350 yards total offense and 24 points in that game. 10-7 at half, so Northwestern getting beat up on the field, but in the game. Then they come out halfway through into the fourth quarter, put together an excellent drive. Austin Carr had another big third down conversion, but Connor Sheehy came off the edge. He chased down Clayton Thorson, forced the fumble. Dakota Dixon returned it to the Northwestern 45. Game over right there. Northwestern was inside the 20-yard line. They were down 13-7. It looked like they could possibly have taken the lead at 14-13, but Wisconsin turns it over, and they come back, give it as a combination of Bart Houston making plays with his feet. Corey Clement had a nice day with 112 yards. They capped off the drive, and despite bad pass interference call on the two-point play, they converted and gave Wisconsin a second chance. The Badgers went up 21-7, and that was it because the defense was just too good. Suffocating defense and limiting Northwestern to just the one touchdown drive and the other drive that should have been capped off in a touchdown, but they made the strip sack to turn the game completely around and give the offense a field position. Jazz Peavy made the biggest play of the first half offensively. One of those plays on a jet sweep to the left. He got the block from left tackle Ryan Ramczyk, who sprung him, and then he cut all the way across the grain, beat the defenders to the right pylon, and that's Wisconsin's touchdown in the first half. The Badgers just, man, they're an impressive team. Think about it. They lost to Ohio State in overtime. They lost to Michigan 14-7. Their defense held in that one as well. They beat LSU, an LSU team that was tied with Alabama into the fourth quarter, no score. They beat up on everybody else they played. They beat Nebraska last week. Wisconsin, mighty impressive. And now that Nebraska has lost that second game in the Big Ten in getting blasted by the Buckeyes 62-3, Wisconsin's all set up to make a run to the Western Division Championship and get a rematch with either Ohio State or Michigan. Most likely, Penn State still has a shot, but most likely a rematch with either the Buckeyes or the Wolverines. And they matched up pretty well there in the first game, one at Madison, one at Ann Arbor. So would like your thoughts on the Badgers. I think they're an extremely strong team. I think the LSU, the Ohio State, the Michigan, Alabama defenses are more talented, but I think after Alabama, This Wisconsin defense has a claim as being the second best defense in the country. I would rate Michigan a step ahead, and based on what I saw out of LSU tonight against an Alabama offense that has a dynamic quarterback, a tremendous wide receiver play, and a two-headed monster at running back, and that pro offensive line, that NFL offensive line, LSU holding them to nothing for most of the game. I would put LSU a step ahead of Wisconsin, but Wisconsin, let's go fourth best defense in the nation. Alabama, Michigan, LSU, Wisconsin. They are really good, and I will be interested to see them match up with the Buckeyes or the Wolverines in the Big Ten championship game. Not getting ahead of ourselves because they have some tough games ahead, but they pretty much cleared the hurdles of Nebraska, Iowa, and Northwestern in the West, and also Ohio State, Michigan in the East. Badgers fans, you got to be happy. This is a good team. They've got the 2 losses, but at number 8 with another impressive win against a really good Northwestern team. I don't care that they're 4-5. They're playing really well right now. Check out the results and the performance against really good teams like Ohio State last week. This is Mark Rogers TV. This is what we do. Talk college football all the time, and we need to hear from you. Subscribe to our channel, and we will talk college football right here.